Hmm.
Holy shit, I'm hungry. It's like they took the food right out of my health bar. If I ate that many pickles, I'd be fucking sick, man. Okay, well, what time is it? 7:21. Okay, so if I sleep for 3 more hours, what does that put me at? 10? I sleep like 6 more hours. Alright, 13:22. Hit a quick save. I have so much money. What am I gonna do with all this money? He's not there. Is it possible to eat breakfast? I guess not. Lucky item.
There's
Lighter.
always trouble hitting my way in this job. But I'm always up for a little excitement, too.
Where the hell do I get a lighter? Same again. Was he gonna say the same thing? Lucky place. Theme park.
There's no theme park in this town, though. All that good luck is just slipping away. But I think I'll have a thrilling enough time right here anyway.
Interesting development. There's no way. Who's buying the fucking $35 crackers? I actually don't know which one feels worse to drive, the big one or the little one. I just like this one says video games on the back. Alright, so we got 1327. Let's go for a race and then hit a smoke break right in front of the city hall. So nobody smokes. Jesus, help me. Help me. I think the worst part about all this is that I'm learning my way around the city. Or should I say the wilderness. Even though there are actually just like 0 landmarks to speak of. Like the whole game is legit, just like this little town The rest of it is just barren forest land. You gotta be fucking epic trolling me. Glad everyone else's cars, you know, sweet fucking like titanium magnets on them. My car's made out of paper. Okay. Let me mess around here. How dost thou get inside such a establishment? This is literally where I was at the beginning of the game. I know this is locked because you need to shoot it from the inside. Obvious. Now here's what's not so obvious. Is, is this gonna work? I actually just don't believe that this doesn't work. I actually just don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, of all the things to be coded correctly, like, this fence is just impervious to my advances. And of course, the city has to have the most nonsensical long stretches of fence everywhere. Whoever built this place is a real a-hole. No! This is what I'm talking about, man. Why would there be a fence here? Just to block me off? Like, exploring never feels rewarding because every time I take 2 seconds to look around a place, it's basically just like, oh yeah, fuck you, man. Like, let me in! How the hell how do I get in this dump? What the hell? Like, do I need like a sniper rifle or something, or what? Yeah. Big help, and somebody parked my car for me. Alright, well I guess last little bit of messing around. Let's go try this race one more time. Oh, come on, buddy. I just edged it. I gotta be the most talented person. Alright. Like, why would... Dude. I'm telling you, you just try to... Alright. We're right next to the thing. I'll just fucking restart. You try to make the simplest right turn, the car is going wild. Like, somebody, please tell me I'm not the only one who feels this way. Like, I just feel like I'm taking crazy pills. See if I remember the route for this. Dinky agent. They're really gonna charge me money for driving on the wrong side of the road. Come on. Please. 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 Well, crisis averted, but I think that we might not have it. I don't think we're gonna have enough time. Just straight up, bro. Am I crazy, or does it feel like the lag makes the car go slower? When they were coding this game, they were on drugs. Okay. Right. It's like a sharp turn. Gotta flip a Yui. Now here comes the part I think where I always get stuck. Okay, now which way does it go? I'm just gonna assume it goes right. And that was terrible. Terrible choice. Now I know that it goes straight, okay? It's actually crazy how slow time moves in this game. Actually, you know what? It might be nice just because, like, yeah, you know, if you're trying to mess around like I am, they do actually give you the time to just, like, mess around, so that's kind of chill. But I am so over the side missions already. I haven't had a single one go right for me, man. Who are these people? Jim Green? I can actually see them walking towards the community center? Like, that's actually kind of sick. Now, that part's alright. Come on. There we go. As long as we drive to the part we're allowed to, like, it's all good. Jim's in that one, huh? Get lapped. Now, am I cracked on my head? Why is there a gigantic pink tree? Like, damn, bro. Never noticed that. Yeah, pull out our submachine gun. Let's go to the community center real quick. Got a few things I want to say. We just gotta air the place out. Alright, this is where we pull out our handy dandy cigarette. Okay. Let's see. 12, 13, 14. Okay, it's way past 15, ain't it? Yes, 15:51. Holy shoot. I made the time fly. Could have smoked that cigarette earlier. But I guess it makes me hungry.
Greenvale Community Center. Now that's an impressive building. The clock tower is impressive too. Zach, I haven't been on stage like this since elementary school.
I'm not some tree in the wind this time either. And that was a tough roll. That was a piece of scenery. Bright red tree.
Thank you all for coming today. Getting right down to business. Agent Morgan from the Federal Bureau of Investigations wishes to speak with you.
Good afternoon. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Some of you are already aware by now of the tragic murder of Anna Graham.
Chill
Truly
mode.
a heinous, terrible crime. I've come to this town to solve the murder of this young, beautiful girl, and to bring the one responsible to justice. Unfortunately, incidents like these have a tendency to happen again. I asked to have you gathered here so I can share some advice in order to minimize the risk of further fatal incidents. Firstly, please, stay away from any dark, dangerous, isolated places. Those of you with children, especially of Anna's age, please, guide your children away from such places at all costs. Secondly, avoid going out when it is raining. Now, I've heard the folklore story of the Raincoat Killer. There is a chance that the murderer is mimicking the story. Women should also be especially careful. I would hate to see more victims.
There she is. My perp. My unsub.
Who's the fashionably late one?
That's Carol, Thomas's sister. She owns a bar.
Thomas's sister. Excuse me. So, as I have said, avoid going outside when it is raining. Young women should be especially careful. Report anything or anyone suspicious immediately. The murderer will be caught and brought to justice. But you must all remain on guard until we do so. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Oh, now Wheels is gonna make a speech.
When paying for our sins, we must not frown. The loss of Anna was for that debt. When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
Sure knows how to steal thunder.
Well then, Zach, let's ask some questions before all these guys leave.
Quite a performance. Mysterious and very poetic.
Were the
I
flies
don't
really
think Any of
necessary?
your audience appreciated it.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, the purple fog appears with rain, soiling and ruining our town. The evil does not drain. Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime. The proper must do the proper at the proper time. It is not yet mine, that is, Mr. Stewart's time, not mine. But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, with Mr. Stewart, may that be. Informative and fruitful, you will see. So says Mr. Stewart.
So says Mr. Stewart. Isn't that right,
know
Zach?
But there's some reason why you can't tell me yet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cut the poetic rubbish, Harry, and tell us what you know. We can force you to talk, you know.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, pay close attention to the signs, the omens, and the premonitions. Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations. So says Mr. Stewart.
So says
Thanks for the
Mr.
warning,
Stewart.
Harry. But don't worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
Just pull out my submachine gun real quick. My hunger meter looking dank. Yeah, you want me just to arrow this place out, buddy? Just a real quick one. I don't have any food, man. Guess I should have bought those damn crackers. Francis York Morgan is hungry. Got a Q on his hat. QAnon.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
So Anna was killed. But why does that bring the FBI here?
Quint Dunn.
I have an interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you. But it means the death of a friend to me. I don't want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you. I'm here to apprehend the perpetrator who did this.
Yeah, because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point.
Do I need to shower or something? Is that why there are fucking flies around my character? Like, I'm just sitting here
How do you know my
thinking,
name?
like, why are the flies here, man?
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town. I also know about you and your significant other.
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see everything.
I'm sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his name. He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name. I could read him like a book, Zach.
You're York, right? I'm Richard Dunn, the owner of the Darts Bar, Swery 65.
What the hell is Swery?
How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. Murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. You know, she always stood out, being pretty and all.
This guy,
So,
the way he talks
I
is
went
not
off to
good.
school with her right here in town. I never thought our children would be the same age.
I don't see her here today.
Ah, well, see, she lost her husband, and this time it's her daughter. She's at home right now, trying to make peace with it all.
Damn,
You
that's
seem to know a
fucking
lot.
rip, eh?
How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
That's pretty true. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. Like, okay, so I do stink. Oh my god. I'm a stinky little shit.
Agent York, you make any progress?
Of course, plenty. Tell me, Usha, when is Anna's funeral?
That's still
Usha?
undecided. Sally isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Her mother? I don't see her here.
Anna was her sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on her, okay?
Sure.
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all. People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day, but I do. He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
You didn't? Oh, the doctor is a very rich man. He has a really big house over by the lake.
Interesting.
Amazing, Zach. You must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
But you don't get that feeling from him at all, do you? He doesn't show it. That's one of the things I like best about him.
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.
He's trying to get that BBC on God. I just can't believe my character stinks like shit. Like, this is crazy.
So you're the FBI agent, are you?
Owner of the scrapyard.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I'm the general. I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
A real-life war hero. So why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown. After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. Your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Was that a problem?
You imbecile. The raincoat killer's no myth, not mere folklore, not a fairy tale. It's based on actual events that happened in this town.
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right. Soldier, if you want to hear more, you come to my office.
Alright, buddy, we're getting lots of side quests.
He literally exudes raw power, Zach. Despite the credibility issues, we should give him a visit. One thing, though. Calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
The flies are just fucking pissing me off, buddy. I gotta get to a shower after I'm done doing these interviews.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. And you are?
Olivia, Nick's wife?
Anna worked at your husband's diner, right? What kind
Have
of
we
girl
met
is she?
Nick
Well,
yet?
She was a very
I don't
hard
think so.
worker. A nice girl.
Did you ever see her acting strange?
Well, not really. But there was one thing. Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained. And came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal.
And that's
Criminal
where I'm
I'm going
fucking
to
wrong,
catch
for
and bring to
sure.
justice. I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. I presume you are the owner of the diner that Anna worked at?
That's right.
Ah. There's good old Nick.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about Anna Graham. Did you notice anything strange about her prior to the incident? Nick, are you hiding something?
No, nothing.
You sure?
I'm sorry, but I don't like repeating myself.
That Nick? What the hell do you mean that Nick? Oh, okay. Understood.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Let me guess. This guy's name is going to be called Tupac.
Wesley, owner of the gun store called
I was
Panda.
literally so
People around
close.
here call me
Wesley
Gun.
Snipes, Usha. Like, now all we need is another black dude named Fitty.
Was there something you want to ask me?
How do you make a living running a gun store in a place like this? I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith work in my shop, too. If you got the skills, the customers find you. All you need is a network.
I hope so.
Wait a minute. This is my hookup. But I found a submachine gun for free. Wait, actually I need this. I need to eat the damn lollipops.
You've got quite a selection here. No wonder people come from all
What
around.
selection
Even
we had
today,
with some
customer
ammo and the
paid
gun
me
we
to
already
go to
have?
Seattle for some help. I just got back.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Understood. Look forward to it. The shop will be open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600. See you then.
Why would we be talking in this damn time code? This is America, damn it.
You're Isaac and Isaiah's mother?
Yes, I'm Lily.
Lily Ingram.
I'm FBI Special Agent...
Agent York, right?
You are good.
The handsome special agent from the big city. The facial scar trademark. The way you introduce yourself. Everyone's talking about you.
Well, I can't say much about the scar. But the way I introduce myself, Zach and I consider it a kind of ritual of sorts. Everyone has their own rituals. It's like always leaving the house left foot first. It's one of
True.
those things.
You certainly are a funny one.
So, have you noticed anything strange or out of place recently?
Well, Becky's been taking a couple of days off from work, but aside from that, I heard she was in shock after the murder. But,
You think there's something else?
well, I took the boys along to see her today. She's always so kind to them, and they love seeing her too. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the three of them. I just couldn't understand it.
Now that's interesting. Thank you, Lily. Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
That's so many visits.
Yeah! Hey there, FBI. I'm Keith Ingram.
Convenience store owner. Yeah, there we go. We're
FBI
unlocking all the
Special Agent
shops.
Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. That's what everyone always calls me.
Okay, York. No problem, man.
So, Keith, I hear you run the Milk Barn convenience store.
That's right, man. Rock and roll!
Do you sell raincoats there by any chance?
Yeah, but nobody ever buys them, though. Anyone who wears one of them, I say, just ain't a rocker. But you know, that scar of yours, now that scar rocks.
This scar rocks? Now that's a new one. I'll drop by your store soon, and let's talk then.
Yeah, cool, man. Rock on, FBI!
The hell, Polly? Hands off, buddy. It was a close one. Old lady almost got my dollar bills.
Oh my pot is getting cold.
Roaming Sigourney, nicknamed the Pot Lady.
Hey, mister, my pot is getting cold.
You are... who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney. Sigourney.
Sigourney. Okay. Now, what is the matter? Can you explain?
No time for chatting. I need to hurry. My pot is getting colder. Oh, you're useless.
Zach, we've met all sorts today, but really, she takes the cake. Amazing.
Hey. We got Paul from Tekken over here.
Hey, good looking. Nice speech.
As the flies are around us. She likes them dirty.
And you are?
Oh, I'm Gina.
She needs to button
I'm
up her
with
shorts.
Jack. He runs the gas station. Call me the Rose.
You look pretty... revealing.
Oh, this old thing. Oh, you should see some of my other clothes. You? Oh, now you are cool. That scar really is a turn on. You should come to my station. I'll give you a little extra service.
That would be great.
Yeesh.
I can't believe how expensive gasoline is nowadays. Some extra service would be great. Now, about my... Do you have any information on Anna? Have you seen anything suspicious?
Oh, I don't know. Talk to my hubby about the difficult stuff, okay?
This is getting us nowhere, Zach.
I ain't got nothing to tell the cops.
Jack the Raging Bull.
What about the FBI?
Shut up.
At least give me your name.
I'm Jack. They call me Raging Bull.
That's a manly nickname.
If you want info, it'll cost you. I only talk to Ben Franklin.
You know, first
Based.
impressions are important. I can detain you for a few days, and maybe you'll become more fun to meet. Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
Alright, I think that might be everybody.
Agent Morgan, here's your chance to get to know some of the townsfolk. Don't let it go to waste.
Wait, I can talk to
Agent
his
York,
sister.
Your words really made me think about Anna's death again. How could one do such a terrible thing? I'm still in shock.
Thomas, I forgot to ask. You don't have a tattoo on your back, do you?
Tattoo? I do, actually. But why?
Could you show it to me, please?
What? Now? Here?
Yes, please. This is vital for our investigation.
Okay. If it's gonna help you any.
Well, I'm wondering who G is now, but aside from that...
Did it tell you anything?
It told me that you didn't kill Anna.
Of course not. What are you saying?
You ought to see that tattoo, Zach. A big heart with an arrow through it and Love G in the center.
I don't know when he got that done, but we've all been through the 80s.
Okay, well that guy has a tattoo. Where the fuck is that lady? Heck yeah, I got another cigarette. She thought she could avoid some good old fucking investigation.
Anna was an airhead.
What do you mean? Are you saying she was killed because she was an airhead? Or are you saying that she was an airhead for being killed?
I'm sure she's still an airhead, even in heaven. She changed her hair every day. If she lost a pound, she'd be ecstatic. Gain one, and she'd almost be in tears. She broke many, many plates every day at the diner, and she'd always have a smile on her face. Always having fun. Everyone looked at her and knew she was a cute, adorable, loving airhead. But they would be smiling right along with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the angels smiled with her too.
Okay.
Isaac and Isaiah said that Anna was a fairy of the forest, a goddess.
I guess she doesn't know anything. Ah. Doesn't almost escape my grasp.
Agent.
Good evening, Mr.
They really need a gravekeeper in a town like this? Like, damn.
Brian.
Mr. Brian. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon. Too soon to go to the grave. So sad. So sad.
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna. Her smile. So warm.
Guy's fucking definitely jerking it later.
So bright.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
Alright, I think that's enough yapping. I miss anybody? Don't think so. Okay. Well, who else am I missing? Did I talk to Jim?
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest. How are Isaac and Isaiah?
They're fine.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often.
And that's why I want you to solve this case quickly and go home. Those rumors about that scar of yours do more damage than good around here.
I guess I reek of the material world, don't I? I have to in order to do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
Alright, so who's left? Who's left? Who's holding up the horse? I've chatted all these guys. I've chatted the lot of them. Is there somebody I'm missing? Emily. That guy. Well, it's not going to be any of these guys, right? Maybe there's just another guy hanging out around here I just missed. We already smoked it up. Can't enter any of these doors. Maybe I should try talking to the sheriff again. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. If they don't have any useful information, I can't talk to them. I do need to eat something. Eat all these. Alright, that was a balanced meal. Okay, who can still get pressed A on? Oh.
Mr. Morgan, you're quite an impressive public speaker.
Really? Thank you, Polly.
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I was younger.
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest his soul. We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play. He'd always pretend to be uninterested, but I could tell he was excited inside. He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Oh, well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. Oh, it was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh, no, nothing. One more bell that doesn't ring anymore. I've always been forgetful about the plays we used to see anyway. Oh, and my husband would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw.
This is
He'd go
Liam,
on
literally.
for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling, like a happy young boy.
I see. So, what's your favorite play?
Oh, I almost forgot, Mr. Morgan. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready. Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my question, Zach. Amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Agent Morgan, I'd like to let everyone go home now. Let's go outside.
Now that was a mission, buddy. And I still have yet to complete a single race. Oh, the flare is the fast travel.
Well then, Agent York, do you have any plans for this evening?
I was going to head back to the hotel and go over my notes. I need to contact HQ and give a progress report, too.
Okay, then let's call it a day here.
Sounds good.
Contact my office when you finish your report. We'll pick you up tomorrow morning. Diane, the owner of the art gallery, should be back soon.
All right, then. Let's do that.
Hold on, Agent York.
Eek?
We're going out to eat at Nick's Diner. Would you like to come with us?
The diner. That might be nice.
Thomas is a great cook, but Nick is the real deal. No visit to Greenvale is complete without eating at the A&G.
A very appealing proposition. Zach, what do you think? We can always go back to the hotel after eating dinner, or go directly back to the hotel. You decide, Zach.
Obviously, we should eat with them.
I've been sheriff here for a long time now, and this is the worst murder I've ever seen.
Our town is a little odd in some ways, but it's usually a peaceful place.
The burger didn't even get a bite.
We had our fair share of cases, but just the regular stuff. A high school kid shoplifting from the milk barn, maybe? Or some hot-headed kids fighting, fueled on liquor? Nothing more than that.
Agent York, what kind of cases have you dealt with in the past?
Not much different from those you've just mentioned. The case I was on until last month, well, the guy killed 7 girls in a 3-month period. He sawed their heads off from the neck and took them back to his house. He cleaned the skulls up and used them as utensils in his daily life, to eat from or as a urine cup. He hated women. That was his way of dealing with it. He'd fill skulls with ice, cola, and rum. Then he'd down it in one gulp. For him, that was a holy ritual. The question of his mental state was the pivotal point in the court case.
Oh, man.
For me, he was insane.
I got nothing to say to that, buddy. Insanity, all the way.
Skulls. Well, that is one thing, but those he had used to relieve himself, he would then just use them to drink from, too. Yeah, that was too much for me. It's just not sanitary.
Not sanitary. That's probably not the problem for most of us.
What else? Ah, yes. An ingenious law school student raped over 800 victims. That was a nasty one.
Thank you, Agent York. Now, let's talk about something else.
You don't want to hear anymore? That's a shame, isn't it, Zach? I was just about to get to the good part, too.
Sounds like you live in a totally different world. I mean, you're like an elite agent who just jumped out from a movie or something. In your eyes, we must look like we're just playing cops and robbers. Ugh, I give up. I can't compete with you.
Don't say that, Emily. The cases you have solved are all full-fledged crimes. A crime is a crime. Size doesn't matter. There is no big and small.
Damn, this guy's on that waffle good right now.
Crimes always have a criminal and a victim. No victim will ever welcome a crime, no matter what its size. So,
Agent York needs to cut his nails.
No difference in size.
Well said, Agent Morgan. We work day and night to preserve peace and order in this town. You understand that, right?
Of course, but still, I don't view shoplifting and Anna's murder as the same level of crime.
Me neither. I never even dreamt that such a thing could ever even happen in this town. I keep on expecting to see Anna here in this diner, waiting on tables.
Excuse us, Agent Morgan. We should have made dinner a more uplifting experience. Let's call it a night.
Okay. Good night, then.
Awkward. Yeah, I got a little awkward, buddy. But obviously, Squirrel Boy. Oh. What is that? What is the... I mean, I guess this is interesting. Oh, there's still somebody back there. Interesting. Interesting. Right, luckily we got our ride. We'll get to the hotel and we'll call it one, eh? Just swing in a right turn.
So, where shall we go next?
Buddy, why is he asking me? He knows where we're going. We've even got a waypoint on our... Oh, yeah, damn it. This street isn't a through street. Oh, there's an invisible wall? About to cut this guy off. Get on, shit rat. Yeah, sure. Just give me a sec, buddy, alright? Let me tie this bad boy off. In the next episode, I'll take a shower. Bro, if you got 1 hour till you gotta leave, there's no way we'll finish the game. Like, I'll log on as soon as I get to the hospital and save. Relax, buddy, relax. Relax. I gotta watch this cutscene. If you can't wait for the cutscene, just queue up without me.
Okay then, Zach. Let's go back over our
Oh yeah, just queue up without me. This is gonna take a second.
First, the victim, Anna's death. She was found hanging from a tree in the forest. She was cut open with a knife from her chest down to her stomach. That was the direct cause of death. The strangulation marks and skull fracture were caused after death. Her tongue was also bit off, and I found something inside her mouth.
Do you remember what that was, Zach?
No, what did we find? Oh yeah, it was a seed. Yeah, I know exactly what it was.
That's right. We found the same red seed in her mouth. According to Emily, it was...
I might be the best detective in the world.
But traces of tears were still evident on her face. Which means the perpetrator killed Anna under a roof in the lumber mill, and then
carried her body into the woods after it stopped raining. We found numerous important pieces of evidence at the site of the crime. A total of 4 things. Knee prints in the grass, a wood chip with metal dust, a photo of a man with a tattoo on his back, and one other thing. Do you remember what that was, Zach?
Okay, so this photo of a tattoo on his back and one other thing. It wasn't the raincoat.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, it was a broken stiletto heel.
Aligning this
That's
with
right.
other evidence
That's
suggests
right.
that 2 people came into contact with Anna's body prior to it being discovered by us. Those being the perpetrator who killed Anna and Miss Stiletto Heel. There is also the possibility that a third party carried Anna to the woods. That means we could be dealing with 3 people. 2 or 3 people. In any case, Miss Stiletto Heel may have vital information. We need to find her next. We didn't use forensic methods, but we're still closing in on the criminal. Have I forgotten anything? Ah, of course. The marks on her hand tell us that Anna was gripping something when she died. Do you remember that, Zach?
Yes.
What do you think she was holding on to?
Alright, let's take an educated guess. Hair, sharp knife. No, obviously it was round.
That's right. A round object.
No, it wasn't a cock.
Just a piece mark. The man in the photo found in the woods had a tattoo of an upside-down peace mark on his back. These 2 could well be related. But we don't know for sure. Next, the townfolk. A few are worthy of special attention. Carol McLean, the singer and bar owner. She's Thomas's sister.
True.
Then there's Nick Cormack, the owner of the diner. Both of them seem to be hiding something. There's Diane, the owner of the art gallery, who's out of town. Then we have problematic, old, rich, and eccentric Harry.
True.
Both will be tough to crack. Well, we just have to go one by one. I've been thinking, one of the biggest rewards here.
I still got those damn flies around me.
Enjoying food is cultural, and yet it's also a bit uncivilized. It's interesting how good food motivates me to work harder during investigations. Oh, and on Emily's back, it was strange to me. Hey, don't take that the wrong way, Zach. I wasn't getting all excited or anything. But it did make me feel strange. Nostalgic and sad almost. It's starting to rain. I think this case may take a while.
There we go. Now this is the real, this is a real unsub here. Dropped off by that fat farmer, right? Ah, of course, he has the tree with the red leaves. Hey, what the hell? On that part of the game, I used a crowbar. It's been 5 days? Alright, save complete. Yeah. Then I guess that's just where we'll call it. Unless they're gonna say something here.
Are you thirsty? You must be very thirsty. coffee? Coffee with milk. That's all.
Did my beard just grow?
Who are you?
My name is Becky.
Right. Anna's friend.
What are you doing here?
He was definitely the one there.
Is Becky.
Anna's friend?
My name is Becky. After your throat is quenched, you must do what you must do. Take a sip of coffee and go.
Huh?
Okay. Now the door is open. Even in my fucking dreams, I stink. Oh, and then, of course, there's no save in here. Okay, well, that's what we'll call it.